Hi everyone, I'm the Whiskey Enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. As the year ends, we're doing Whiskey of the Year for me. Last year I missed the boat. I was relatively new to YouTube. Wasn't even a first year finish for me, so I didn't realize that was a thing. So I was traveling at the time and I couldn't record one. Now I'm a semi-seasoned YouTuber, let's say, coming on to my second year, which I have to say, guys, you have all been fantastically supportive. The other channels, the viewers, like anyone who's ever viewed one video or commented on one, I absolutely thank you very much. This is incredibly fun for me, and I'm just happy that some of you enjoy it as well, which is gives me even more joy. So thank you very much. So my whiskey of the year is not this. This is, I am stealing a page, as I mostly do, with from Jeff from G Whiskey, that this is a mystery dram, which is an honorable mention in this list. I will come to it at the end. And I already gave a hint with saying Jeff's name. Let's see. Anyway, so I'm going to do 5 honorable mentions and 5 runners-up to my whiskey of the year. I've been very lucky in my whiskey journey this year. I tried a lot of independent bottlers. I've visited a few distilleries. So I have been having a good whiskey year this year. But I'm not going to put any of the independent bottlers and none of the honorable mentions either, because that's just, there's no point. There's no point. Those bottles might have already been finished. So I'm just going to go ahead from distillery releases, what people can actually find. All right, honorable mention number 1 is this, which I'll come to at the end. So the other honorable mention is going to be, I made a list so I don't do anything crazy about it. The Penderyn 6-year-old exclusively matured in Tawny Port casks. I'll put the image here. It's a beautiful, beautiful whiskey. Penderyn is a Welsh distillery. I will visit soon. And I found I think it is a distillery exclusive, a hand-filled, sorry about that. I need a sip. Let's see. Subtly smoky, another hint. It's a distillery exclusive 6-year-old single cask, exclusively matured in ex-Tawny Port cask. I love Tawny Port. I like drinking it on its own after meals with cheese, but I love the Tawny Port effect on the whiskey. So that was a fantastic one. That's one of my honorable mentions. And I don't know if you can find it, but if you can, it's brilliant. My other honorable mention is going to be from Dornoch Distillery. It's a 5-year-old whiskey bottled exclusively for the Whisky Exchange, London Whisky Show, which is hosted by the Whisky Exchange. I will put a link up there. Very interesting whiskey. Just a lot of yeasty and bready and sourdough notes. It's very pretty, and it's a milestone. Dornoch Distillery is from Thompson Brothers, and they decided to set up a distillery, as with most independent bottlers do, and they did a fantastic thing. They're doing old school whiskey with a lot of fermentation and yeast forward whiskeys. So that's another of my honorable mentions. Another honorable mention will be a Kilchoman bottled exclusively for Turkey. I also did a review of it. I'll put it up there if it's released. If not, you'll see it later on. It's a single cask, 11-year-old Kilchoman, matured exclusively in ex-bourbon barrels and bottled exclusively for Turkey. The distributor of Kilchoman is also the president of Turkish Whiskey Society, and he's been doing some fantastic things. And this was just a proud moment for us. It's a beautiful, beautiful whiskey, but again, obscure and people can't find it, so I'm not gonna put it up there. And my other honorable mention, although it's a distillery exclusive, you can find it, but I just feel like maybe it's not widely available enough. It's the Goldcock 20-year-old Czech whiskey. It was just shocker for me when I tried it. I couldn't believe, first of all, I didn't realize that was Czech whiskey, and I tried it, and let alone Czech whiskey, it was a 20-year-old Czech whiskey. So they were long enough there to bottle a 20-year-old whiskey. If anyone's tried a Gold Cock 20, just put it under there. I know Jeff tried it because when he visited Czech Republic, or Czechia now, sorry, and Vienna, I did recommend him, if he can find it, try it. Honestly, man, it reminded me of so much. It was a combination between Springbank and Ben Romach. It had that farmyardy funk. I absolutely loved it. It was incredible whiskey, and really well priced as well. Single malt. So that's another honorable mention. And now counting down to the 5 whiskeys that I had. And I now realize honorable mention, another one will be, because of its price, it's going to be an honorable mention. I was going to put it on the main list, but I'll put it as a bonus. I did the video up there. I was very enthusiastic about it. The Lechaik 9 Bordeaux cask. Fantastic, beautiful, amazing whiskey. I absolutely fell in love with that whiskey this year. It was released in late 2022, but yeah, I will put it in the 2023 year. And I know some people have tried it. They liked it. Maybe they didn't fall in love with it as much as I did. But I absolutely fell in love with it because I love Bordeaux red wine. I love wine-influenced whiskeys. And that just blew me away. I just fell in love with that one. It is expensive for a 9-year-old whiskey, even though it's cask strength and it's exclusively matured in ex-Bordeaux red wine casks. Still expensive. So let's go on. I'll have another sip. Honeyed, malty, lightly smoky nose. Very herbal on the nose. Okay. Now coming up to my countdown of the best whiskeys I had this year. What approachable, buyable whiskeys. That's my criteria. With no order, maybe there's order, I don't know, but I didn't think about it that much. I'm going to put Lechaik 10 Bordeaux cask. I'm going to put it up there. I did the review. I absolutely love that whiskey as well. Now that I drank more of it, it feels a bit too sweet to me right now these days, but it still doesn't change the fact that it is a nice malt forward, little bit of yeasty, but mostly red berries, fruity, jammy, beautiful, decadent, nice mouthfeel. And you can see from my review that how enjoying I am drinking that whiskey. All right, coming up to the other one, it's going to be Talisker Parlay. It shocked me as well. I didn't expect anything from it. Finished in cognac cask. I'll put the link up there as well. It felt gimmicky, but you know, we wanted to try it, and we bought it as a group, but bottled at 48% ABV. Not a thing you find with Taliskers, and it was a very non-Talisker Talisker, which I love Talisker, but this had hints of characters of Talisker, but the cognac cask really worked. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I think it was more of a shock value rather than, oh, it's a really incredible whiskey. But I don't think anyone's gonna get upset trying Talisker Parlay. So that was another of one of the best whiskeys I had this year. I really, really enjoyed it. I would buy it again. So coming up to number 3, I'm gonna put, what did I put here? Give me a sec. Yes, Limerick 10 cask strength. I've not done a review of it yet. I will. It's a blended malt from Billy Walker. Just an absolute masterpiece of peat, sweetness, robustness, 10-year-old. It's everything you want from a youngish peaty whiskey with a little bit of sherry notes. When Billy Walker's at the helm, even if I'm not a massive sherry fan, that I can't help but appreciate what he's doing. And Limerick 10 cask strength is incredible. That was batch 1 for me, and I don't know if there's a batch 2. But if you haven't, try to find it, try to try it. It is a beautifully peated whiskey. Honestly, one of the most well-integrated peated whiskeys I've ever tried. Coming up to number 2, it's going to be the Lakes number 7. Lakes Distillery very kindly sent that to me, but I would have bought that whiskey. Honestly, I am, again, not a massive fan of sweet and sherried whiskeys, but this was a combination of ex-bourbon, red wine, and sherry whiskeys, sherry casks. and it just worked. I'll put the link up there. I love that whiskey. I didn't have to add any water to it. It was just a beautiful, decadent, juicy, jammy of a dram. I was surprised and not shocked, but I was surprised how much I liked that whiskey. And honestly, Trial Lakes whiskey. They're doing some really, really good stuff, and you know, you can feel the passion behind it. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I'll visit the distillery soon. And soon I think I will do a distillery exclusive YouTube videos to showcase some photos and imagery and videos from distilleries I visited. Maybe if you guys are interested in it, I can do it. Okay, for me, the best whiskey of this year is kind of a surprise, but not a surprise at the same time. I also did a review of it. I'll put it up there. It's the Lag Kilmarie edition. I love Arran. I just love Arran. I love Macri more. And Lag is peated Arran made in a completely different side of the island. And they just did a beautiful, beautiful whiskey. Citric, fruity, peaty, vibrant, alive. You know, I'll put the link up there, like I said, and you'll see how much I enjoyed this. I think that's my whiskey of the year. I love peated whiskies, and even though I try to dabble with other stuff, but I go back to peated whiskies, and this one, a fantastic example of a young peated island whiskey. So much salinity, sea spray, peat, citric notes. Youth is at its advantage. You know, it's giving its winning part, let's say. Beautiful, beautiful whiskey. Watch out for Lag. They're gonna deliver. So, guys, that's my whiskey of the year, Lag. Are you surprised? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I know it's a young and reasonably priced whiskey. Like I said, this is from the core ranges that we can actually find. So, Lag Kilmarie being the first core range expression from the Lag Distillery, I'm gonna put it to my whiskey of the year 2023. It really, really surprised me in a fantastic way. I will get that again. I absolutely enjoyed drinking that whiskey. Now, coming to my mystery dram. Jeff did a review of this. This is the Highland Park 18-year-old travel retail edition. Comes in this box, in this black bottle. Get all those Viking tattoos. And it is 46% ABV. It is a natural color. They don't say anything about chill filtration. I'm assuming it doesn't have it, but it comes in this box. And there's a lot of write up there, but this is one of my honorable mentions. Honestly, this is a very pretty whiskey. It's just very expensive. But on the nose, malty, heathery peat, honey, nutty, and gentle wood spice. And on the palate, the malty notes continue. Nice heathery peat is on the back, just adding a little spice. 18 years of cask interaction. It comes in the form of robust mouthfeel with a woody backbone to a sherried, caramelly, vanilla, and just a pretty whiskey. You can drink it all day long. It's just a beautifully well-made whiskey, but it's expensive. That's why, and it's travel retail. That's why this is my honorable mention. All right, guys, that's it from me. This was my first whiskey of the year. It could be my last, depending on how you guys react to it. I might be murdered in the comments for picking a 3-year-old new distillery. But yeah, that is what it is. For probably not picking any Springbank or Ardnamurchan, which I didn't even mention in the honorable mentions. Wow. Anyway, so let's see. Go do what you do at the comments, and I wish you all a happy new year if this is the last video you watch before the new year, and hopefully 2024 will bring all of us more whiskey, more content, and more enjoyment. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.